Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Homestead. Today I'm having a really strange day, and I don't know why. I don't know what to do with myself, and I don't know where to be. I don't know whether I should be, want to be in the garden, should be, want to be in the kitchen. It's October 3rd, and it's 27 degrees Celsius, which is in the high 80s Fahrenheit. So it's not a typical October day. And I know I kind of should be doing things in the garden, putting it to rest and to bed for the winter, but there's still things I should be doing in the kitchen. And part of me, ooh, something's on me. Part of me is saying, well, take advantage of this beautiful weather because winter will be here before you know it. But part of me saying, well, it's really hot out. Do you really want to be like pulling plants and doing everything in this heat when I could be inside where it's air conditioned and working in the kitchen? I'm just in one of those, it's not a mood. I'm just like, I don't know what to do with myself. So I think I'm going to call it 50-50. I'm going to putter out here for a little bit. It's just around noon time, so it's not quite at the peak of the heat yet. And I'll do a little bit out here. I still have some seed saving to do. I'll pull out things that aren't really like heavy duty things. And then I guess I'll go inside and do a little bit there. But I just feel myself pulled in different directions. And it's really strange. I don't know. Usually when I get up in the morning, I have not plans, but I have a determination for one thing or the other. And today I'm just all over the place. So maybe once I get into something, we'll see where it leads me for the rest of the day. But I don't know. This is bizarre for me. Maybe because it's the weather, it's not seasonal for what it's supposed to be right now. But anyway, let's see where the day takes me. And all my feathered friends are coming in now to join me. So, because the gate's still broken and they've kind of just had a free for all. Oh, this is what's tickling me. I thought it was a bug. It's a plant. Phew. All right, let's see where this day is going to end up. I ran out of brown paper bags. So for some of the seed saving, I'm just going to put them right into a white envelope. And there's bees all over these. Sorry, bees. Oh my gosh. They're really dry, so they can go right into an envelope. Trying to keep the colors separate. These guys are just itty bitty flowered cosmos. They're just white with a hint of pink, but oh, they're really dry. But like this guy is massive. Like if I stood him up, oh my gosh, like they're huge. They're trees. I don't know if you saw that or not, but they're all so big. Oh my goodness, it's getting so warm out. I think the weather's going to dictate what I do out here and how long I last. I'm trying to show you this without there being a shadow because of the sun, but I showed you this in another video, this marigold, but I think it got even bigger. So we're going to start here. It goes from here and I'll kind of pace it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I paced it out to like 6 steps long, and it's probably 5 steps wide. I think you can see my shadow. I can't see a thing because the sun's so bright, but this is one marigold. It's crazy. So even though I saved a lot of the bean seeds hanging in the barn, I can't not take this opportunity to save some of the ones that actually dried on the plants here. So I'm going to take some of them. It's just like a compulsion. I can't stop. Like, it's free seed. And like I said, it's not always for me. If someone else needs seed, I'm happy to have it. They're just sitting here completely dry. But I'm not going to keep them in the plastic. That's not good for them. I just ran out of the paper bag, so I'll put them in paper. Well, I'll put them in something else in the house, and then paper when we get it. But they're all nice and dry, so might as well. Like, they're so nice and dry. They're crispy. Oops. I think I'm dropping more than I'm getting. Can you tell I don't want to do any like heavy work? I just kind of sit here and find little things to do. Just finding little puttering projects to do. Oops. I should have reversed my day because now by like, I don't know, 3 or 4 in the afternoon, the garden's almost in complete shade, which probably would have been the better thing to do. But sometimes by later in the day, I have less energy. All right, we'll move on to another bean because I already have lots. I purposely wanted to show you this from far away because this was a volunteer cherry tomato. And the thing is, I haven't grown this variety in at least 2 or 3 years, and certainly not at this homestead. So I don't know how it volunteered here, but it is absolutely massive. And talk about vining. It's adhered itself to the ground everywhere. It goes all the way here and all the way down there. And it produced really late. It became a volunteer later in the summer. And there's still red ones. But I have to pull it very soon because I have strawberries all under here that have started to like send off their little babies. And I want to get this bed clear and get all the strawberries replanted properly before the fall. And I think I'll have a tomato. Look at that zinnia. Just beautiful. So maybe that's what I'll do. These were bunching onions that we didn't get to eating fast enough, so now they're massive. I'm sorry, I'm rude talking with my mouth full. So I think I'll pull them up. And I hate to pull up this guy because he's still producing, but we still have 2 cherry tomatoes over there that are still producing. So, and he goes all the way like over here too. Like, it's the biggest vining cherry tomato. It's a grape tomato, if I didn't say that. It literally takes up this whole bed. And I never grew it on this homestead, so the seed had to have been mixed in with something else. And thanks, Oreo. And the only other thing I planted in this bed were those turnips. So strawberries, turnips, onion, and I planted some zinnias here. That's it. So I don't know where the seed came from. All right, I'm going to pull those onions. Oh my goodness. So I'm just going to chop these up and freeze them like I would onions. I froze a lot of the green onion tops from our onions that we just used through the year. These are bunching onions, like, holy cow. Oh, they look like big garlic bulbs. And some of the strawberries have grown all the way down here, which I'm really happy about. Ooh, look at that. Well, I came inside, and you know how I knew to come inside? My camera overheated outside. That's how hot it is. I didn't think it was that hot, but as I was picking the green onions, I'm talking away to you, showing you how big some of the bulbs are, telling you about the garlic that I ordered and everything. And I don't think any of that was caught on film or video, whatever you call it. So I'm going to cool off for a few minutes, and then I'm going to show you the mountain of green onions that are really not green onions anymore. And then we'll put her in the kitchen for a bit because it's much, much cooler in here. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Well, here's my kitchen sink, and I have a pretty big kitchen sink. So I guess I'll slowly work my way through and wash them. I can cut off some of the bad ends right away, and that'll sort my way down the list, and I'll start chopping them up. I don't know how much fun this is going to be, because just from washing them and like taking all the, I don't know, what do you call it when you're pulling off the green things? My eyes are burning already. So I cleaned them the best I could. I've soaked them, I've stripped them, I washed them twice. And see, there's still little stringer things. Anyway, my eyes are already burning. So that's what I got after cleaning them all up and cutting off some of the greenery that, oh, it's so pungent. I may have to do this in bits and pieces because I don't know how much my eyes can take. But I wanted to show you guys something. My hands are wet. This is my canister set. I got this a while ago. It's not new. It's pre-owned, pre-loved. But you see the rooster. And I just noticed this yesterday. See the sunflowers around it? And on the other side is sunflowers too. And my dishes that I got the other day is the rooster with sunflowers too. Now I know they're not the same color, and I checked on the bottom. It's not made by the same company or whatever. But I guess roosters and sunflowers are a thing because that's two different things here. And not that sunflowers are my thing at all. It's the rooster that I'm going for. But I thought that was neat. And the colors are similar. Obviously, this is more yellow, but the color scheme is the same. So whenever my kitchen is all done and I have certain things on display, I think it's going to look very nice together. I'm going to put this away before I knock it over. And then this, a sweet friend of mine that lives just in the little town here where we live, she bought me this. I give her a lot of our produce, and she buys eggs from us, and she's two little sweet kids that I just adore. And look what she bought me at a thrifting or something, but they're little hard-boiled egg holders. Obviously it's vintage and it's been well loved because the paint is missing on certain things, and I wouldn't use those for hard-boiled eggs, but what I'm going to use this for is the spoon rest on my stove because I don't have one, and I think it just, the thought behind it touched me so much. And when it's something like vintage like this, even though perhaps it may be not everyone's cup of tea, but I absolutely love it. So again, these little guys for now I just have living on some of my jars back there, but the spoon rest part I'm definitely going to use. So I thought that was really nice. I was so touched that she did that. No reason for it, just out of the kindness of her heart. So really nice. All right, so what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to chop them up for the freezer. Actually, first I'm going to chop some up for supper with our stir fry, and then the rest are going to go in the freezer. So I'll just chop up some for supper tonight in bigger pieces, and then while I have everything out for chopping, I might as well chop up the zucchini and the peppers for tonight. And then usually when we do a stir fry, and like I said, we've been having it more often lately just to use up and enjoy the vegetables while they're fresh, is I do all the chopping. I enjoy chopping. I know some people don't like doing it. Frank doesn't. So when we do a dinner like this, I do all the chopping and he does the cooking. So it works out well. So for a change, he's marinating a pork tenderloin. We would normally have chicken or like a beef stir fry, but he decided on a pork tenderloin. He would prefer it oniony. I don't want it too oniony, so. These are very strong. I think that's all I'm going to put in there. And this was picked just the other day from my garden. That zucchini plant is still giving. And in other news, for the first time since we've lived out in the country, rurally, in 10 days, and yes, I'm counting, we're getting real internet. We have been living with, oh gosh, it's almost worse than dial-up. Remember when internet first came out and it was through the telephone and you have to see the page load, and okay, maybe it's not that bad, but it would be like every night it just spins and spins, and we don't have a house phone, and my cell phone is through Wi-Fi calling, so half the time my phone doesn't work. So in 10 days, we're getting real, up-to-date, modern internet. So no more slow internet, more reliable internet. It was almost like, like you have the 2 tin cans and a string in between. It's going to be wonderful. More for, not even, convenience isn't the word. It's like a hassle, like when you need to use the phone, even for doctor's appointments, or you need to do your banking online and things like that. So, and I don't watch like a lot of TV. Usually at night, like in the evening, I prefer to relax in bed and just like go on my iPad and YouTube or Netflix or something. And when you don't have reliable internet, that's not very good. So on October 13th, and then you can imagine what it's like trying to like upload to YouTube and stuff like that on top of it. It's just crazy. So finally, it's come to our area. Frank's really excited. So we're going to get like a package where you get your cable TV included in that. And I'll see if they have like a house phone included, because the cell phone thing doesn't always work properly. So we'll see. So they're not very exciting big things around here, but they're little things that make me happy. Do you guys worry about every little seed in your peppers? I used to be a lot more like finicky about it. And now we're like, if I get the majority of them out, I'm good with that. I still have this bowl, but I have 2 like grocery paper shopping bags of peppers in the fridge downstairs. They just don't stop. I keep picking these little guys because they hardly have any seeds in them. They're like nothing in them. All right, I got all the veggies prepared for supper. So now I'm just gonna cut up a bunch of these and show you just how like I'm gonna freeze them. I'm just doing like a rough chop with them. I'm not going for like anything fine. They're not onions, they're shallots, or what, see here we would call them more of a shallot than a green onion. And because they're going to be frozen, I don't know how well they're going to hold up to cooking after. I freeze regular onions all the time, but these I've never really frozen before, just the onion chops. So I use these all the time, but I'm out of the bigger ones. So I may put some in a regular freezer bag, and then when I get more, I'll transfer them over. And if I'm forced to use these, I usually double it so that they're less exposed. I find these things so convenient, especially for things like this, like peppers and onions, where you open the bag, you close it back up. They're wonderful for that. Caught it. Have you guys frozen green onion before? I'm curious. I barely made a dent, and I don't want to fill this bag anymore because I want it to lay flat. I don't think we have any worry of running out of any type of onion product. I shouldn't jinx it, eh? So then I'm going to put it in the opposite way in this bag. And I reuse all my plastic bags. I wash them out. The only ones I don't is chicken, but I rarely put chicken in these. We usually vacuum seal. There's some weight to it, actually. There. And all the veggies are ready for supper. And I guess I'll be chopping for a little while longer. Doesn't take that long. I wonder if I could put them through my chopper thing too. Maybe I'll try that for a bit. Anyway, so it wasn't an exciting video, nothing fancy. Part of the reason for it too was other than I couldn't make up my mind all day long what to do, and I still can't. It's just a weird day. I can't get my footing. It's almost supper time, so the day's almost over. But, you know, some days it's nothing special. It's just like a day. There's nothing special to do. There's always something to do around here, but I don't know. I just woke up like that. I couldn't grasp what I really wanted to do, so it was just a day of doing little things here and there. And that's just how it goes. It doesn't happen often because my personality is always to do, to do, to do. I don't sit still very well, and it puts me out of sorts, I guess. So anyway, I did get a few things accomplished, and tomorrow I'll probably wake up and have that get her done attitude back, but I don't know. So it wasn't very exciting is my point. I'm sorry I'm rambling, but thank you for spending time with me. It makes it so much better. It really does. And until we're together again, take care.